Joining us today on the Raider Take podcast is my best friend, probably the best banger of chains on this podcast right now, and former Ultimate Frisbee enthusiast, Zachary Paschall. Zach, how are you doing today?
Hey, thanks for having me on the show. I'm doing great. Excited to be here.
So, Andy, we'll kick it to you, Andy. How are you doing right now? We got a new guest on. How are you feeling about this?
I feel fine. I know why he's here, and I think iron sharpens iron at the end of the day. Micah. So I'm glad Zach's here. It's good to have him on, but we're just going to get into it. This is our first angry fan listener that's joining that we have extended an invite to. So that's what we're doing.
It's a redo.
Yeah, so as everyone knows, we did a power rankings top 4 of Christmas movies, right? And there was a little resentment after this list came out, mainly from Mr. Paschall's side of things. He called me. He had words to say, not all of them nice, and so we invited him on. We said, "All right, you got to come on. You got to just air out your grievances, and then we're actually going to jump into doing a redraft with Zach
there we go.
too." So, Zach, floor is all yours, man. What was the issue you had with our list? Why did you hate me so much? Why did you feel the need to call me out just in the moment?
All right. Well, I appreciate all this, but let's just get right back to it. Okay. I think because one of the choices was a Die Hard movie, and that's fine. Okay, but Andy mentioned earlier, and I think it was Andy's pick, and he was saying, "Oh yeah, there's a debate. There is a debate. There's a huge debate, and the debate is what is a Christmas movie, right? And then there's a debate. What is a holiday movie? That's kind of where I see the separation. And I think if just us guys can vertically align on it, I think that we'll start to get a better picture of what a Christmas movie is compared to a holiday movie. Does that make sense? Because there's a big difference nowadays. There's a shift. It's not like it was, 50 years ago.
Yeah, well, I lose sleep over why the Raiders can't convert on third downs, and you lose sleep over the definition of this. So why don't, if we just start with you, give us your interpretation or definition, and then we will then be horizontally aligned.
Sounds good. So, if you go off in the deep end, which a lot of people can, just what is a Christmas movie? It's going to give you a multitude of answers. But I think if we could just all agree that, I wrote down here, that a Christmas movie is really some point in the movie they mention the birth of Christ. I think that changes the list up. And I think that a holiday movie can be defined as anything that happens in the month of December, around family, around presents, around the holiday themes that make Christmas special. Now, Christmas is a religious holiday for a lot of people, and that's why I think is the biggest distinction is if you label it a Christmas movie, it should have Christ somewhere in it, baby Jesus being born, right? If you have a holiday movie, it can be Santa Claus or whatever people think the holidays are to them. What do you guys think? I'm just curious. Can we just start off with that and then make our list up?
Well, yeah, I mean, to be honest, I hadn't ever thought of it in that realm of things. So I think that begs the question then, are we doing Christmas movies or holiday movies? Because I do like that definition. I couldn't honestly sit here and tell you for sure whether a certain movie talked about Christ or not. Maybe that there was a nativity scene being sold at some point in there. So that would be a hard thing for me to actually narrow down. But for the sake of the argument, do we want to say holiday movies? Where's everybody at on that?
I guess, yeah. And I echo those same sentiments. I consider a Christmas movie when the sole movie is based around Christmas, the event itself. Okay. I could get behind if there's a nativity scene or if they reference, Christ, things like that. But the fact it's like, oh, this movie took place and they said that it was in December. That's not a Christmas movie to me at all. So it's like when it's the sole purpose of the movie is about Christmas or the event itself, I'm like, okay, then that categorizes it. I'm also very open, guys. I'm very adaptable.
So I think a good example is like, okay, so Elf is a Christmas movie, right? Movie based around Christmas.
Correct.
Some people have said Jumanji was a Christmas movie.
No.
And that's because there was a
It's
scene
about
at
a
the
board
end,
game. It's
scene
about
at
a
the
damn
end
board game.
where,
And animals.
you know,
But this is
they
why
meet
we
up
need
at
to
Christmas.
align.
So
This is why we
yeah.
need to align on it, right?
Yeah.
Because it
Full
can be a
disclosure,
scene
Zach
of
brought
Christmas.
up Jumanji when he called me last time. So
That's why I'm
That is-
saying it can be a scene of Christmas. Like, take for example, let's just go there. Mean Girls. Mean Girls. We all know the scene. There's
No,
four
we don't.
girls.
I don't.
You know, very important actresses of their time doing a scene where they're singing Jingle Bell Rock, and we all know that scene. That could be considered a Christmas movie. You can consider Toy Story a Christmas movie. You can consider Batman
Harry
Forever,
Potter.
The Gremlins a Christmas movie.
Gremlins.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I think you're going way too hard on the extreme because you're trying to prove your point of definition, but you're acting as if our line of definition was even remotely close to Gremlins. It was not even close there, sir.
Well, I mean, a lot of people's
We referenced, Micah said Die Hard in parody. Like, it was like...
Yeah, that was a complete joke because of the fact that people argue about it.
I just want to be like, let's just keep it. What is the debate? Okay, well, Christmas means a lot of things to everybody, right? So I think in the spirit of holiday season, let me just hear what it is to you guys, and then I can kind of make my list off that. How's that?
That's fine.
No.
I think for me, in regards to this argument that we're having in this it's not Mount Rushmore season. Sorry, it's power ranking season. I would define it as a movie that's based around Christmas and the holiday of Christmas. I'm sure there's some that teeter on the line that's like it's not a Christmas movie, but a lot of it has to do with it. I just think it's something that is just a classical, a movie based around, that holiday.
So can it be a movie? Okay, I'm going to add to that. Can we add this one? Can it be a movie that you and your family watch during Christmas? Or
Yes.
no? Yes?
Well,
Okay.
I mean, it should be not like, oh, we just caught this flick and it was between the 25 days of Christmas. It was like we intentionally watched this movie during Christmas time. Yeah.
Right.
But then that's also subjective to those individuals' decisions and what they constitute, which would even add more to the definition of which we're already struggling to find.
There's a lot of depth. Yeah.
Right. So I think we could agree that it's like it needs to be centered around Christmas and about it as the event. And there's multiple movies that we could talk about. I mean, like here's an easy one: A Christmas Story. Yeah, pretty straightforward, right? That's a Christmas Story. There's Home Alone. Okay, these are were on my list. Home Alone is centered around that he is home alone on Christmas, right? So I think that makes sense. I don't believe the Die Hard theory, or I don't even know where you're going with Gremlins on that one, but maybe it was in December. I think I've only seen it a handful of times.
I think that's what I'm saying. Like there's the huge spectrum, right? It's like you got way on the right, way on the left. There's a little in the middle. That's why I just wanted to ask, like, as long as it has a Christmas theme of family, of getting together, of the holiday itself, that narrows it down, in my opinion.
I think we can agree on that.
Yeah, and we can also, I mean, this is completely like debatable in game also, so.
Yeah,
so
why don't we just start it off and then if someone brings something that's questionable, let's just raise it. Now we got.
Sounds good. Yep.
We have 3 people. It can be 2 versus 1.
All right.
So how we're going to do it. Okay. Just Andy, I'll let you explain it. You're way better at explaining the snake draft stuff than me.
Well, I get lost in the snake all the time. That was a problem. Okay, so we have our rough definition of Christmas, the Christmas movies. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in order. We're going to go in this order, but it is a snake draft. So Zach, as our guest, we are going to allow you to go first. Okay. So you will go first. Micah, you will go second. I will go third. And then the second round will start with me.
Okay.
And then to Micah, and then to you, Zach. So Zach, you're going to close out the second round, and then you're going to start the third round. It'll all come back to ending with you.
Okay. Great.
In the fourth round.
I lost track of the rounds, but I know I'm going first. So
Perfect.
Can I start? Or
Yep, we are officially underway. Zach,
okay.
you're on the clock.
First, let's just say Christmas/holiday movie I'll pick is the Christmas Carol. And there's 2 versions that I like. One is with Bill Murray called Scrooged, which is back in the '89, I think. And I'm just a big fan of it because I watch it every year. The Muppets Christmas Carol. I just like it. It's like both of them bring me back to like when I was a kid watching these movies growing up, and that's what I like about it. It's about a guy visited. It can be argued that it is a horror movie because you're getting visited by three ghosts, right? Three spirits. But I think that it has all the themes. It has this guy who's greedy, and he forgets he loses his way a little bit, and then he gets these warnings, and then he falls and he changes at the end, and then makes Christmas a thing. And there is a mention of Christ in it. Okay, so I'm just going to throw that out there. God bless us, everyone. Everyone knows that line. Hey, it's good to hear it in a movie once a year. So that's number one.
Okay, sorry, we just started, but now I'm already having a question. Did you give two movies? You gave Scrooge.
Oh,
but then I also like heard the Muppets. Is Bill Murray in the Muppets one?
No, Michael Caine.
Okay,
is in the second one.
I think you got to pick one or the other.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay,
that one, the one you don't pick, may or may not be available for you on the back end.
Oh, okay. Right? I'll go with Scrooge by Bill Murray. He's my favorite. Okay. Sorry, I thought there was like.
No apologies. I'll document this.
You're just picking individual movies. That's all.
Got it.
Individual
movies. Sorry, guys.
You're good. Oh. That's fine. So I got the number 2 pick. I think that I'm gonna have to go with Home Alone on this one. Hand up, guys. I messed up last time, right? I took Jerron Butler and Emeka Okafor. I messed up. We're all people. We're all humans. Well. Jerron Butler, whatever. Same people, basically. Hand up. I had a bad list last time, and I doubled down on that list as I continued to go on. So, but I'm taking Home Alone, number 1 for me.
The first
one,
it's
right? Just the first Home Alone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, that was also good job, Zach. Yeah. We had it. There's a lot of movies. There's a lot of Home Alones. There you go.
So, instant classic. Yeah, I'm just number 1 for me.
Good choice.
All right. Well, I'm going to take 1-1 again, and that's Christmas Vacation. So that's my first choice, closing out the third, or the third pick overall. So Christmas Vacation. You serious, Clark? Santa was spotted flying over New York City. So many things going on there. And I mean, my list is just falling right into my lap. I'm going Christmas Story. I love the Christmas Story. Okay. Beaten up.
Okay. Ralphie, BB Gun.
Yeah. Ralphie, BB Gun. Santa
on all day.
Santa kicks him in the face, sends him down the slide. There's the lamp. Okay. It's a lamp, and then he takes all that time to figure out the clues, and it just says drink more Ovaltine. I feel like that would be like a prize that our mom gave us. She's like, and you win some words of wisdom. Drink more Ovaltine. So
can I make a comment about that choice?
Of course you can.
I agree. I think one of the reasons why I like it is because I think everyone can remember like that year they wanted one specific toy, and it's like, this is all I want. That's all I can breathe. And I think everybody goes through that at some point in their life. Oh, I remember I wanted this one thing and I finally, or I didn't get it, That's why I like that movie. You're right though. It's a classic.
I like that. And then the other thing too is the dad is like, when you're a kid watching it, you're like, that dad he's a mean person. It's like, why is he so mean? And then the older you get, and then maybe you start a family, you're like, yeah, I hate bumpuses running around my house. It's like, that stuff pisses me off. So I'm like, you're actually very relatable, sir.
Even to this day, too, whenever the dogs are running through the house, it's just like, bumpuses. Just yell that in.
I mean, have you guys gone and had Christmas Chinese food though in honor of the movie? It's amazing. You just have it like, when you're tired, you open up all your gifts and maybe you take a nap and like, what do you want for dinner? I don't know. Maybe I don't want turkey. I'm going to go get Chinese food. It's the best. Right. It's the best way to end Christmas. I'm telling you.
The only way I would do it is if they did sing fa ra 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 ra.
Yeah.
All right, we'll move off that. Okay, Micah, back to you. I just started the second round. What is your second pick?
Yeah, my second pick, as I stated last time, I think it was ended up being my number 2 overall. Also, My favorite Christmas movie, for no other reason than just the classic old timiness about it, and that's It's a Wonderful Life. Uh,
Yeah.
like I said, I don't know what it is. It's black and white. It's got a lot of nostalgia to it for some reason. When it comes on, it's like, why do you like this movie? And I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I just know that I like it. It's one of my favorites, and I think it started out of irony because it was such a black and white old movie, and then it just grew on me very quickly. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, also I've heard people say, well, that's not a Christmas movie. It's not. It's like this whole life that he goes through, and the last 20 minutes is really about him turning around on Christmas. No. We all know it's a Christmas movie.
It's literally like the Scrooge. It's literally the Scrooge story,
right?
For Mr. Bailey.
I mean, when the brother comes in and everybody's cheering him, he's like, to my big brother George, richest man in town. I mean, I start crying every time I think about that line. Come on. Thank you for your choice, Micah. Well done.
And every time you hear a bell, an angel gets its wings.
Right.
I mean, come on.
Clarence, boy Clarence. Yeah. It's also a very long movie, but it's worth it.
Very long movie. I think I might like it because I can fall asleep through it and wake up and it's still on TV.
It's like the Gone with the Wind of Christmas movies.
You ever turn it off on regular TV? You turn it on, it always picks up right where you turn it off at.
Yes, yeah, that's exactly how the Christmas story is because it's 24/7.
It's like, this is the same part. Oh, he's still in real estate. Oh, we got another 2 hours.
Every time I turn the Christmas story back on, it's her giving him his bowling ball for Christmas and drops on his balls. Like, that's classic. Okay, Zach, you have two picks. You're going to close out the second round, and then you're going to start the third round. So 2 picks.
I'll say Charlie Brown Christmas, because again, there is a scene at the end where Linus comes in and does scripture, and it's also a very short movie, which I kind of like. It's 20 minutes long, I believe, 25 minutes long, and
don't tell me we have to get into the definition of a movie now.
What? I'm sorry.
So don't tell me we have to get into the definition of a movie now.
No. I think it's a Christmas. In my opinion, it is. It's a Charlie Brown Christmas.
Did you say it was 25 minutes?
Yeah, it's
that like an indie film?
It's like a short. It's like a Disney short.
Yeah, it is. I remember being short. Hey, that's my choice though.
That's fine. No, I just like to give you shit. That's all.
Yeah,
Charlie.
There's an infomercial that runs during Christmas that's going to be on my list. So.
Do I go again?
Yes, you do. You got the first. You got the first pick of the third round.
Okay, I'll go with the Grinch. Do I have to give you the version?
Well, are you live action Jim Carrey or are you cartoon?
Nope, I like the old one.
You like the cartoon?
I like. Well, there are two, right? Because I think Benedict Cumberbatch came out with one like in the. I don't know when he did it, but. That's not my favorite, and then I don't really care for the Jim Carrey one. I like the one before that, the one that's like really old. I don't know when it came out, but
there's no list shaming, so you take that one in. Okay,
the first animated one.
Great.
Okay.
Love it.
Fantastic. I think let's see. So I'm going back around on my third pick. I'm going to go with. I'm going to stick to my guns, man. Jingle All the Way. I'm going with Jingle All the Way again. Listen, we watched it. Check it out. We watched it at Andy's house, right? And it came through. Like, even more than I remember it coming through. Schwarzenegger and Sinbad battling for Turbo Man, right? And like just the classic, like nothing's available on Christmas Eve, right? The dads are battling for, their son's approval. And like we're watching it and like this kid is all like sad because like he wants this toy so bad. And then he's like, he hates his dad for not showing up to his karate thing. And then he's like, well, I'm going to get you the Turbo Man. And he's like, oh, Dad, I love you again. It's just like buying your children's love. Because you're just this terrible businessman.
Buying your children's love with lies.
Yeah.
False promises.
Right? Yeah. So there's just a lot to it that a lot of the messages that came through in that movie probably wouldn't be allowed on today's TV screens. So it's just a good old fashioned movie. So
slapstick.
Yeah, and I know that I'm lucky. It was even still here at this point when it came around.
I don't think so.
So I think I got a steal.
we were more than happy to let that fall to you at
Yeah, go
the
for it,
eighth
man.
overall selection.
I'll pass.
Go
ahead, Andy.
Okay. Well, I'm going to close my list out. I'll close out round 3. So I'm going with the Santa Claus. I'm going with Santa Claus, the first one. Okay, Tim Allen. And so that's one of the movies, and we can debate on how good it is, but that's
95.
one of the movies that it's OG. I watch it every year. It's very, it's great. They had a couple movies after that. Maybe the quality of production, cinematic creativity, increased technology-wise, but maybe not so much as far as what I was looking for. So I'm going Santa Claus, the first one, Tim Allen.
Very
that's going to be my third pick, and then
with him and Barnabas.
Barnabas.
Oh my God,
Bernard.
It's Bernard.
I know. That's the only reason I said that. Yeah, that was one of the reasons that called me in the first place. Was like, it's Bernard, not Barnabas.
That's right. I forgot about that. Thank you for bringing this up.
Had to. I need to get back on the gripe train from you.
And then I'm going to go, my last one, I'm going to disagree with you, Zach. I apologize, but I'm going with How the Grinch Stole Christmas, live action Jim Carrey. I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
I thought it was, but I do like the OG one that you referenced. So,
right.
So yeah, that's going to close out my list, and I'm documenting all this, guys, so we can recap afterwards.
I thought you said it was 5 choices, not 4. You only did 4, right?
It's only 4.
Only 4.
Oh, okay. So now it's my turn.
Nope. So it goes Micah, and then you're going to close us out.
I have my last one, and then you'll do your last one.
I thought I had 2 more.
Nope. You got to narrow it down now. My last one is, and this is a shout out to my wife. We have recently created this new tradition for a movie that we watch on Christmas Eve now, and that's called The Fat Man. It is with Mel Gibson. It's a action movie where he plays Santa Claus. There's this little kid who got coal for Christmas. Unfortunately, his dad is like head of the mob, and he hires a hitman to kill the fat man. So it's about this little kid who hired this guy to kill Santa, and Mel Gibson is this grizzly old bearded, doesn't know how long he can do it Santa Claus that has to battle this hitman. So that's my number 4 pick, the fat man.
Very good. Okay, you're gonna stick with that, huh?
Yeah, till the day I die.
It's my turn. Last one, right? This is one of the blue that I just thought of, but I might be mistaken. I think it might be around Thanksgiving, but I'm gonna say it anyway. You guys probably know it. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. John Candy, Steve Martin, Getting Home for the Holidays. You guys seen it?
I can't say that I have. I know of the movie.
I have seen it, but now I'm trying to figure out. I mean, we talked about definition for a long time.
Hey,
can you describe how it's a Christmas movie?
When you watch this over, make sure you go watch that movie, because it's pretty much like it doesn't get any funner in that movie, man. John Candy is one of our greatest actors of all time. It's a John Hughes film, so go check it out when you get a chance to.
Can you just, if for those that haven't seen it, could you just walk us through just a little bit?
Why is it a Christmas movie?
Okay, so Steve Martin's trying to get home for the holiday. I can't remember if it's Christmas or Thanksgiving, and he meets John Candy on the road, and they figure out a way to get like across country, basically, because they're stormed out. Or the plane they were going to take is this like winter storm or whatever, and they have to find a way to get home. And he gets to learn, like, anything bad that can happen happens to them both. And he just kind of meets him like in a train station, I think, or I can't remember where he meets him, but he's like, yeah, I'll help you out. And they figure it out, and they go home. And then it's this really like, it's one of those movies you watch like, wow, it's kind of a nice way they did the character of John Candy, because he goes through a lot. He helps. He's the comedic relief, really, right? But then you realize what his backstory is. I don't want to ruin the movie for you, but they end up realizing, oh, this is important. You want to come in at the end, and he does, and you're like, okay, this is really nice. We should all be doing this. It's really good. Go home and watch it.
That begs the question: is John Candy a one-hit wonder as far as his characters? Because that's exactly what he played in Home Alone when he met Mrs. McAllister in the airport. And he went across with his polka band or whatever it was.
Yeah. Well, actually, Micah, I'm going to disagree with you because the only difference between those two roles is in Home Alone. That was based. Well, actually, yeah, it was actually a Christmas movie. So Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Zach, is about coming home for Thanksgiving.
I couldn't remember if it was Thanksgiving or Christmas. I'm sorry.
Well, Thanksgiving.
It's like I said, I'm just going in the dark here on this one. My other one was taken, so I just went for it. Sorry.
Okay, well that means, listen, I'm sorry to do this as a first time, but that means you have to repick your last one because that officially doesn't count.
All right, repick. I had another one picked. White Christmas. Christmas with Bing Crosby. Bing Crosby. Yep. White Christmas. You know the song. Everybody knows the song, right?
Also,
it's a 4-hour movie. Man.
You're just naming parts of Home Alone, I think.
What?
I think that's all you're doing, is just naming different scenes from Home Alone.
White Christmas is not. No, I don't think it's in Home Alone. Is it?
He sings the White Christmas song. I think it's on like a little montage of him running around doing things. I think he's singing that song, but maybe not.
Oh. It's like a classic movie, though. It's like 18 hours, and it's about these two war veterans who come home and they find their old general and they want to do something nice for Christmas, and they bring the troops back and they do a play at the end, and there you go. It's snowing finally. They go to Vermont for the snow, and it's not snowing. It's like no snow at all, and it snows at the end. But it's a Christmas movie, so there you go. Number 4.
Love it. Are there any? I mean, Elf didn't make anyone's list. I want to note that, which is fine by me.
We're gonna do honorable mentions.
Yeah, honorable mentions. Now, I'm surprised, Zach. Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't pick Home Alone 2.
Oh well,
you were pretty adamant.
We're doing
about
honorable mentions, right?
Now we're doing honorable mentions.
This is just fire at will, so just fire off some.
So you can say anything you want right now. Because I have a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
Go ahead, guys.
Of course you do.
Well, actually, hold on. Before we do this, I just want to recap the list if you guys are okay with that.
Yeah.
Just so the listeners have it. Okay, so Zach, your first one was Scrooged. Your second one was Charlie Brown Christmas. Noted that it was 30 minutes, just for everyone out there, in case they're wondering how to budget time. And then there's The Grinch, the old version. It's animated, right?
It's animated.
Yeah, and then your last one was White Christmas. Okay, so good list. Well done. Micah, your list was Home Alone. It's a Wonderful Life. Jingle All the Way, of course. Can't believe that one fell to you.
Right.
And then the last one was The Fat Man. So you apologize to everyone about your list.
And
then I think you really, but also there's no list shaming here. So, and then I had the Christmas Story, or I had Christmas Vacation, Christmas Story. Then I had the Santa Claus and How the Grinch Stole Christmas. So
okay.
Everyone's entitled to their own list. Now we can do honorable mentions. So go ahead.
Great. Oh, is this just like popcorn? Like everybody shares that one?
Yep,
whoever
it out there.
To.
Any number now? Because I have a couple.
You can send as many as you want.
Yeah, this is just like at the end of the movie where they just roll the credits of also the people involved and everybody's just listed.
I'm not going to be interrupted, right? Or are you guys going to like share? I go.
Well,
you
if
go,
you say
like,
something stupid, I'll interrupt you. But
okay,
about it.
Just kidding. Yeah.
All right. I watched one the other day. It's actually really good. It's recent. It's actually a Spanish. No, it's Portuguese. It's called Just Another Christmas. It's about a guy who's like, it's very much like Groundhog Day. But he has no memories at all, and he has to relive Christmas all the time. Yes, you need to be awake, Micah, because you got to read. But it's really, really well done. It's like I said, it popped up on Netflix last year, and I'm like, what is this? I tried it.
Wait, so it has English subtitles because it's in Portuguese?
That's correct.
Got it.
Okay, can I keep going or no?
Of course, you keep going, man.
Okay, so there's Family Man. Family Man is a Christmas movie. Nicolas Cage. It's a really good one, right?
Yeah.
I would like to say there's two. Miracle on 34th Street is another one that's like, you kind of have to watch growing up. You guys watch that one?
When we were little,
or
I haven't watched.
Or The Bishop's Wife. That's another one. Bishop's Wife. Have you seen that one?
No.
I've seen Miracle on 34th Street. That's pretty good.
Okay, yeah, it's about proving Santa Claus is real, and then it gets.
It has the lady from Murder, She Wrote.
Yeah, it's old. There's a newer version, but it's not as good. Bishop's Wife. There's an old and a newer one. You guys should watch it. Okay. And let me see. We didn't say Elf, but I'll definitely say Elf.
Mm-hmm.
My wife wanted me to say Family Stone. That was on your last list, which that's her choice. And then she liked Four Christmases as well. That has not been said.
That's good.
And there's another one that. Wait,
here's a question for
more.
you. Sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
Nope.
If you watch a movie called Love Hard, it's new. It's on Netflix. It's about like this girl who gets catfish and she has to spend her holidays with someone else, trying to hook up with someone else. But they do this version of Santa Baby that addresses it and makes it sound less creepy. Because if you listen to Santa, or no, Baby It's Cold Outside, that's the song.
Yes.
Have you heard the song? Okay, they do it.
Baby,
They
it's
do
cold
it. They do a version of
outside.
it, and it's like this is actually kind of cool the way they did it.
Baby, it's cold outside.
That's the one. Yeah, we all know the song, right? Okay, we all know that was. You can't do that kind of stuff.
No cat to be had out there.
Sometimes you break out in performance. So
just because I'm a huge fan, I have to say
out there.
Hey, Christmas Chronicles. I have to say it because I'm a huge fan of that actor. I'm sorry, he's like number one for me. Christmas Chronicles 2 as well, if you have not seen them. And that's all I wrote down. That's all I put. Thank you. That's
have
great.
you ever seen a Smoky Mountain Christmas?
No.
That's with Dolly Parton.
No.
Might want to check that out.
The old Rudolph is another good one. Like the old Rudolph reindeer was red-nosed reindeer.
Ooh, Mike and I came across this Jack Frost. Jack Frost is pretty good back in the day.
Yep.
There was a bad car accident, but outside of that, very good.
Yeah, that's all I got off the top of my head.
Very, very underrated Michael Keaton film.
Yeah. Oh yes, Jack Frost. I'm sorry, it clicked. Yep, Michael Keaton. Mm-hmm. That is a good one. It's kind of like Frosty, right?
Yes. But it's like someone dies and comes
way
back.
More in depth, yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like Micah's one that with a Christmas story that involved the mob. Like similar tone.
If Frosty the Snowman involved murder, then it's exactly what it is.
Intentional murder.
Cool.
Oh,
wow, that was great. Fantastic. I think we got definitely a more deeper list here with all of us going. Very much appreciated you coming on and talking to us about how you feel, just airing out your grievances, really getting all of your feelings out on the table.
Yeah, I really look forward to doing this next holiday season, guys.
Don't worry. We will for sure have you on again. And we will just have to, it'll be like the new Christmas tradition. We'll have to just have Zach on to do our Christmas movie
top 4
power rankings.
And when we do our list for Thanksgiving, we'll bring you back on for Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yeah, we'll make sure that you get that one.
I mean, Thanksgiving movies are even. There's hardly any. We don't even celebrate Thanksgiving in the movies anymore. It's crazy.
Well,
that's even smaller list.
Let's take a quick sidebar. Do you guys have any off the top of your head?
Thanksgiving movies, man.
I mean, there's
The Great Outdoors was the great. Speaking of John Candy.
Was that
was Uncle Buck? Uncle Buck, maybe.
No,
I don't.
I think you're just thinking John Candy now.
I'm just naming John Candy movies at this point. He seems like a big Thanksgiving movie guy. So.
Well, he is that uncle, right? That comes to Thanksgiving. You're like, oh man, here we go, right?
Yeah.
You see him once a year. You're like, oh boy.
Yeah,
I can't think of any, Andy. I honestly thrown a blank.
Yeah, I'm trying to research it right now, but somehow Charlie Brown's on there. Somehow Son-in-Law popped up. Not sure how.
Yeah, because they go home for Thanksgiving from college, and he meets her family during Thanksgiving.
Oh.
Or they go home for the holidays around Thanksgiving. That's a good one. Right. That might have to be my 1-1. You know how I feel about
I think there's much more to pick from for.
I think even Pauly Shore knows how you feel about Pauly Shore.
I think there's more to pick from for New Year's, not so much, Thanksgiving.
Yeah, might just have to do individual holiday ones.
Man, yeah. Good luck. It'll be a small list.
Yeah.
Let me do hours of research. I'll get back to you.
Yeah. Do hours of research just to have these low budget indie films be our own.
Hey, I gotta say one thing before I go though. All the Christ stuff. I'm just quoting your mom on this one. Growing up with you guys got to be more like the Paschalls.
Oh my gosh!
I've been waiting to say that for 30 years.
Okay, and just so you know, the reference originated from us making our beds. Okay, that was it. It was just like, I wish you would be like the Paschalls and make your bed every morning. Like,
it wasn't the gallon
like
of water that you had to drink every day.
It's not that we shouldn't take, emulate things from your family. It's just the reference that when she actually said that was about making our bed more consistent.
Is that right, man? Well, there you go. It stuck, didn't it?
Yeah.
The things mom says to us, it stings forever.
And I'm still bad at making my bed. So,
hey, man, I'm terrible. I don't know where she got that reference.
I don't know either.
I think she just thought that your mom made you guys do every good thing a child is supposed to do. So she just assumed you guys made your beds in the morning.
In bed by 7, no cussing, washing your hands for every meal. Cookie cutter type. I love you, Stephanie. I don't know if you're listening, but I love you.
I always read a book on medieval weaponry before our naps.
Hey, but I always had a question before I go. Is there always like one Christmas movie that you guys got to watch? Like, you're like, I can't watch this. Like, I just can't even get through halfway. Is there one that you like? We didn't really talk about that's cringeworthy,
or
like you're just like on the opposite end of it.
I can't like the horror movies, right? Christmas horror movies. I'm sure there's people like them, but
I think that's a good idea, Zach, but there has to be ones that are like critically acclaimed, like these are awesome Christmas movies that are just brutal. Like,
can't do it. Yeah,
because there's always the one-off stuff on Netflix where it's like Santa puppies to death, and you're like, what? Why would you make that at all? And it's just like, it's just terrible. But like, what are some good movies that you're just like, no, that's just not good at all?
Oh man, you can't even like get through it. I think Krampus was another horror movie one. It's like, I can't watch this. It always comes up every year on Netflix. It's like, really?
Krampus? Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
You're naming all these things. I'm just Googling these.
Hey, man, just, look it up. And you're like, why? Okay, I guess people like it.
Krampus is like, so both Black Christmas and Krampus are like horror movie based Christmas movies. So
it's like, for me, it's like, okay, if I don't watch that, I'm not going to watch it during the holiday season. I'll watch it like in springtime or something.
When the sun's out.
Right.
I don't want nightmares. Okay, sorry. Last thing before we let you go, Zach. What about Frozen? Do you think Frozen falls into
the animated movie? Let It Go?
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
It's coming up on Google.
Snowy. I think it's just snowy.
I agree. I'm just saying I'm Googling these right now.
I have no clue. I don't have the qualification for the answer. What do you guys think? I would say no, though.
I would say no as well.
Resounding no.
What about and then there's The Nightmare Before Christmas, which is like, I thought that was a Halloween movie.
Oh yeah, Tim Burton. That's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that one. I honestly can't say I've finished the whole thing. I know some people are like, what?
Really?
But
I thought you would be super into that.
No, I never watched it. It was just kind of like, no, I'll pass. Musicals in general, people just can't do sometimes,
Yeah.
I could do some, but not that one.
Okay.
All right.
Where do all the Christmas episodes of Psych fall on this potential list of? That's a whole different worm. Sorry. All right, we'll end it there. Zach, we really appreciate it. Maybe we'll have you on again. Maybe we'll do Christmas songs. That might.
Yeah, whatever you do, don't have me talk. Don't have me talk about football or any sports. Okay, I love you guys.
Hey, trust me, you don't have to worry about us having you do that.
Yeah.
I
promise.
I'm just gonna say what they said every single time.
Yes.
No, we can ensure that we only brought you on for this niche.
There we go.
topic.
Hey, as long as we have an agreement, that sounds good.
We know where your wheelhouse is, and we will make sure.
See you next year.
Thanks,
guys.
Appreciate you coming on.
All right, buddy. We'll see you.
Bye, you guys.